Hello, my name is Jeppe Tingbjerg. I am the founder and CEO of the International Massage Association. The International Massage Association, also called IMA, organize and arrange the World Championship in Massage. The World Championship in Massage is a competition, but at the same time, an opportunity for massage therapists to find professional inspiration and networking. On a daily basis, I own a massage school in Denmark myself, and I have a franchise school too. We also educate therapists in acupuncture and reflexology. This is a video podcast featuring key players in the massage profession around the world. These are conversations about massage methods, styles, and education levels. We do this in order to share knowledge and to inspire massage therapists, massage teachers, school and spa owners. Today's guest is Petra Foltis from Germany. Petra and her husband Glegoris has a wellness and massage academy near Frankfurt. And Petra is also a spa manager and a spa massage therapist, and has taken the basic course of the IMA of teacher education, really. Welcome, Petra.
Thank you for your invitation.
I have asked you to share not only your knowledge but also your experience with the IMA basic teacher course, really. But the topic for this conversation is, how do you create a good structure of massage classes or workshops or seminars, etc.? How do you prepare? How do you complete it, really? And I know you have some PowerPoints you want to show us.
Okay, thank you, Jeppe. And if you like, I take over the conversation, and I would like to show my ideas and to say something about my own experience in the past, and what I, of course, experienced myself in preparing classes and organizing classes, but also maybe on one or the other chart, I tell you what I experienced when I myself participated in other seminars where, okay, sometimes it went good, but sometimes it didn't please me so much, okay? So I would like to share my presentation to you. I tried to do so now. Good, I think it works. Jeppe, you see? You can see?
Okay. You are on.
I am on, okay. So the topic of my seminar today, or of my podcast today, is a good preparation is the halfway to success if you structure massage classes successfully. So the first thing you have to do is to prepare a seminar very, very, very thoroughly and very carefully, so that at the end, you and all your students have the most of success. So what you see today, what I will show you today, is the roadmap to successful classes. So we start at the beginning, here at the green point. First of all, very important, you have to define the topic of classes and target group. So you definitely need to know, what do I want? What do I want to present? What do I want to show? And what is my teacher, the invited teacher, or what am I going to transfer knowledge to my students? So if you organize a seminar or a class, you have to check the demands of the target group as well. So it's not only a one-side, but it's a two-side, or maybe also a three-side communication, because you need your demands, you need the demands of the target group, and furthermore, you need the demands of the teacher, of course, as well. So it is a team play at the end. So to have success, you need to structure the seminar very carefully, so you know what you have to do, how much time you have, and that you don't leave anything at the end which is not said or that's not done. At the end, it's very important to keep the students interested. So it must not be a boring seminar, it must be an interesting seminar. So everybody has to talk about this seminar afterwards. And of course, positively, not in a negative way. So to come forward, to succeed as IMA or as WMA, Wellness and Massage Academy, or as anybody, as a private person, if you establish a school, try to give your best to stay in the mouth of the people and in the brain of the people, of course. So at the end of your seminar and of your class, don't forget to honor the success of your students. So tell them what you expected from the seminar and what you achieved in the seminar and what students achieved in the seminar. So the best thing is to give them at the end a kind of badge or certificate or kind of remembrance of the seminar. What is important when you prepare your seminar? First of all, what I said before, clearly define the topic and aim of the classes. So there must be no misunderstanding. When people arrive, they paid already for their course. They had a lot of travel, maybe travel expenses and other expenses or efforts. So don't disappoint people in not telling them what they have to await in the class. Another thing is how much time is needed. So you have to calculate how much time you need for the course, for the theoretic part and for the practical part. The best thing is to talk to the teacher before. So how is he going to represent himself? How is he going to present the content of his seminar? Next question, who is the teacher? Is it yes, let's say a very successful teacher already? Is he somebody who did hundreds of seminars in the past, or is it maybe a teacher who's doing his first, second, or third seminar, which is very important to know that you can support him. So if he is already a very experienced teacher, he already knows what to do, but take care. Maybe he is not intending the same thing that you intend with the seminar. So it's a very intensive conversation in the front is very important. What is the target group? So who is the one going to take place in your classes and your seminars? Is it beginners only? Is it advanced? Do they already have experience in anatomy? Do they have maybe experience in massage or not? Are they estheticians? Or who in the application form you ask for the pre-education of the people. How many people will be attending is very important. So for this, to understand how many people will be attending, you have to send your invitation in front. You have to promote your classes in the internet or with email, whatever. And you have to send them an official invitation. I show you a sample after, okay? And you have to set a limit and you have to count the people with application and those who pay and want to attend. Then when you know how many people are attending, you can define where the class should take place. Is this enough for, let's say, 4, 6, 8 people to do it in your own seminar rooms or in your massage rooms? This is possible. It's not impossible. Yeah. But if you have 10, 12, 14, 15, or maybe 20 people or more, you have to see, you have to find another location with place for many more people. For this, you have to structure content and time, depending on the number of people, on the pre-education of people, who's the teacher, and how many people will participate. So this is a sample, for example, or this is the most important questions you have to ask when you send the invitation for your classes. So the main topics is on the left. What is the name of the seminar? Focus and content. Who's the name of the teacher, master or trainer? when is the date and the time, where will it take place, how long. So how long will you have for the seminar? That's sometimes depending on the number of participants. So you say it will be maybe 1 day, maybe 2 or 3, but you can clearly define only after you have all the applications with you. Then again, the target group, you explain, is it for beginners, for advanced therapists, or is it for teachers only? Then you have to explain the costs. So for the participation, is the cost including or excluding food and drink? Do the people have to bring their own food and drinks? Is it including accommodation or excluding accommodation? Then you have to say something to the requirements, entry requirements. If it is for students with no knowledge or with new massage therapists, I think there are no further requirements. So everybody, if you are a hairdresser or if you are, let's say, a doctor or whoever, you can participate in any massage course. You have to be a little bit talented, but I think there is no, for me, there's no one who cannot participate in a beginner's massage course. But if you have a master class or if you have advanced teacher classes, you should explain it in the invitation, because the beginners would be very disappointed if they cannot follow what you tell them. So what do the people need to bring is another thing. So that depends on what you have in your place, what you have in your school, and what they need to bring. Maybe they just need to bring their personal belongings, like leisure clothes, like shoes or something to drink or to stay comfortable, maybe a pillow to sit down, but maybe it's important to bring towels as well, due to the hygienic conditions, if you can wash or not. This is what you have to clear in front, please. So don't forget this. And you have to give the people info or information and offer for accommodation. That depends. Do you have 1 day seminar, 2 or 3 day seminar? Do you have maybe a week seminar? You have to take care that there is a hotel, hostel, or something near you, near the location where the seminar will take place. And you have to ask them if there are still opportunities. So you cannot refer to a hotel or to a hostel which is already fully booked, or maybe what happened to me sometime, I offered a seminar when there was a big fair in the city. So all the hotels were closed, all the hostels were closed, and furthermore, the hotel rooms exceeded the price of the whole seminar. So it was 200, 250 per room. And at the end, nobody wanted to come because it was impossible, okay? So things to think about and take care of. What very important in the invitation for your classes is set the limit for the latest day of application. So because you have to be prepared for a number of students, you have to, as I told you before, to set the location, to ask for staff maybe to help you, organizing everything. You have to order drinks and so on and so on. So set the limit, I say, let's say 2 weeks before the seminar starts. And you will see there will be more and more and more during those 2 weeks coming to ask, may I still participate? I know it's already over, but I want to participate. So you should have a spare place, or 2 or 3 spare places, so that you have maybe 7 applications until the limit you set, and take care about 2 or 3 other ones come additional to what you have already planned. Okay, so this is again to say what you need to plan for the seminar. How many participants will be there? You have to check the place, the drinks, the food, and you have to organize a schedule. Adapt the schedule to the knowledge of the students. So maybe it might be necessary to share the group into 2 groups. So maybe one part for beginners and one part maybe for advanced students, or for with a big pre-education, or maybe doctors, or maybe nurses also where they don't need, of course, the basics, or they don't need anatomy. So you take them on one side and take the other side more detailed information. Adapt the seminar to the demands of the teacher. I told you before, maybe the ideas of the teacher are different than your ideas are. Maybe they want more a practical part than you want, or maybe they prepare a lot of theory which you did not know about. So very important to talk to the teacher beforehand. Then take care that you make a partition in theory and practical part. Maybe it's possible to combine both things. So you are in the room, you are doing the massage, and the therapist or the teacher is talking while you are working. But this is not always good, because when you're not everybody is entitled to think, to see, and to talk at the same time. So it's better for me, this is my position, to have a theory part and a practical part, because first of all, I tell them what to do and why they have to do. And then the second part, I show what to do and why they should do and what is the effect of it. Very important in front, briefing of teacher and staff. So if you have a schedule and if you know what to do when, if you inform your students, you really have to brief your teachers and the staff according to the schedule, because everybody has to know, so that it must be a perfect seminar, a class at the end. You know, what I want to say is no discussion. Yeah, so I think Jebbe knows also that if you prepare a big event, everybody must know what is the aim and what to do in which case. So is there a case of emergency which is not planned? Who is responsible for that? So you have to define who's responsible for food, who's responsible for drinks, who's responsible for, let's say, for accommodation. It must be clear to everybody. So otherwise, if a problem occurs, you try to find someone somewhere who take care, and then you pick someone maybe who's responsible for another thing, and then you have a kind of chaos. Please avoid to have a chaos. Okay, to avoid the chaos, it's recommended to prepare badges. So you have the names, so name tags. Badges is, for me, is a name tag. You have the first name, the last name. I don't know if it's important to have the name of the school on the badge or the name of the company of the badge. This you decide, okay? And it's maybe recommended to have handouts. So with the most important topics of the seminar. Don't go too deep into detail, because this is the task of the teacher, but they need something to remember, not during the course, but afterwards. So handouts or scripts, it's a little bit more detailed. So if you have the time, or if you prepare scripts, you can give the scripts, but not before, but only after the seminar. Because what I discovered is when you hand out something, if you hand out scripts, for example, the people are more reading than they listen to you. So this is the kind of experience you get while you're a teacher. At the end, what I said is issuing certificates for the students. It is not necessary to say you're number 1, you're number 2, you're number 3, you're number 4. No, everybody followed the seminar and the class, and everybody get the same certificate. It's a participation certificate at the end. I participated in the seminar with Igoris. I participated in the seminar with Jebbe. This is how you do it, and everybody is at the end. Every participant is happy to have a certificate. It is for himself, of course, to honor his work and to tell him it's a kind of worth. Yeah, he don't come to you just to spend his time. He wants to succeed. He wants to succeed as a massage therapist. He maybe wants to succeed to be massage teacher or take any job in the massage industry. You never know. It's always to succeed, to have education. So how to give a seminar without first losing the focus and second, keep the students interested? This is not easy. You have maybe students who are already educated in massage, but you might have some who are not. Then you might have youngers, you might have older participants, you might have experienced, non-experienced. So it's all different. So you have to find a mixture, which of course is not easy, for everybody to have an interesting seminar. So I recommend some things. Use media in a balanced way. So media for me is PowerPoint charts, or it's a video film, or it's a podcast, or small films, or whatever, a dia show or whatever. You can use whatever you think is appropriate for your course. Okay, don't give the people too much input with a video, because the most important is to give them the seminar, doing with your hand manually. Find a good balance between theory and praxis. What I said before, if you start immediately with the praxis without telling them what you do, why you do, and what is the topic, they immediately use the red line. You know, you have to lead them softly to what you want. So first, give them an insight about maybe your experience, who's the teacher, what did the teacher in the past, what is his success in the past maybe, and why. So the people have to get an idea about what they can achieve with this course. Adapt pre-education of the participants. That means what I said before, there are maybe beginners, but there can be advanced, there can be teachers. Try to find before an idea about who's participating. And maybe, which is a good idea, involve them. So if you know there are some participants already used to what you want to transfer, so what you want to show them, you can use them as transporting medium. So knowledge transfer, yeah? And so you don't have anything, you don't have to do everything on your own. Involve the people and show them that you trust them. And if you take them as a part of the seminar, they will be happy. Of course, you may not use them as your slaves to do your job. There must be a mixture of both, but use them and maybe involve them into speech. So what do you think of that? Okay, what is your experience about that? So this is a more vivid way of schooling. Promote participation and reflection. This is in a way, what I said before, but don't only involve those who are more experienced, but also involve those who maybe are not so used to manual work, for example. Take care of those people, don't lose them, okay? If you lose them in the first half of the day, you won't get them back. So have an eye on all of your participants. How are they moving? How are they doing? Are they smiling? Are they not smiling? Maybe they're very frustrated already from the beginning. You have to take care about everybody, okay? It's not, I don't say it's easy, but I just say it's difficult and you have to prepare. So you have to be prepared. So keep attention awake. Don't speak boring. Don't speak too long. Always see that between every spoken sequence and explanation, there's some work to do. This is what people keep alive and what keeps them active. If you only speak, they will, after 10 minutes, sleep. So there must be a good mixture between manual work, so massage therapy, and theory. So now I mixed it up. Be yourself, be authentic, and be professionally competent. So don't pretend to be something you are not. People will discover immediately. So if you pretend you're a superstar but you aren't, they will discover. But if you pretend you are nobody and you are perfect, they will discover as well. So be yourself. Just be yourself. Be authentic, and don't cover yourself. Find a balance between boredom and overwork. So don't be too slow, but don't push the people too hard. This is the same as you lose them. If you have, let's say you have starters, absolute beginners in your course, and you ask them for a series of massage movements, let's say from the back to the arm, to the leg, to the feet, to the head, they will be confused from the beginning. So, of course, slowly, step after step, and not too much, not too many information in a minute, not too many moves. So give the people time. And this is what you have to adapt when you make your schedule. So you say you have practical, theoretical part, adapt, okay, it's 8 people. I want to share the back massage with them. You have 4 couples. Every back massage depends on if you have beginners or if you have advanced, may last, let's say, half an hour or 45 minutes, maybe longer, maybe less. So take care in the beginning to structure your seminar according to the needs of the students. Create framework from the beginning until the end means start at the correct time, finish at the defined time, and tell the people what you're going to do at which time. Okay, so you say we have 1 day, we have 2 days, we have, for example, a lunch and dinner at 2 or at 3 o'clock, and we have coffee break at 1 o'clock. So the people have a framework. They can say, okay, I have the seminar, but I have a break at 1 o'clock, at 4 o'clock, at 5 o'clock. I can go to the toilet. So you avoid irritation or looking on your on the watch or on the mobile phone. Oh, by the way, mobile phone. Take care that the mobile phones from the beginning of the seminar are switched off. It's like in the plane, you know? So this is now the structure of content and timing. I said that in the past already. Define the content and estimate the time needed for the topic. I explained already. How much time do you have? This is very important. And how much time do you need? So if you have only 1 day, you cannot offer a seminar of 2 days and other way around. And if you have to close at 6, don't try to exceed more than 10 or 15 minutes because the people will be bored. They will be tired at the end. They simply want to go home or have their beer or have their drink or whatever. So schedule and check how much time you need for every topic. If necessary, I said already, divide the group into beginners and advanced students, and if necessary, prepare more or less information on training depending on the groups. Explain what you do and why. Don't expect too much from the participants. Ask questions of understanding. Explain and show techniques and control the execution frequently. So don't leave them alone with their new knowledge. Okay, you show them a movement, you show them a grip or a technique. Be sure that they do it like you want them to do. If you leave them out of the focus at the end of the seminar, they will not have reached the aim of what you wanted them to show, okay? Because you lost them somehow. Don't forget during the seminar to offer drinks, food, and breaks. Open windows to let the students take fresh breath. I experienced in the past that some seminars were in dark rooms, some in dark rooms, some seminars were in closed rooms, so you had to open the door. That also depends on the structure of the building you have, of the structure of the room you have. Maybe you have a door where the people can go out. Don't forget the smokers of us. It's not only about drinks and food and breaks. Some of them need a little bit more than food and drinks. So even if you maybe don't like it, but you have to respect the demands of your students. Structuring content and time, find a balance between spoken content and training. This is what I already said before. So now I have a sample for a 2-day class structure. Maybe day 1 begin at 10 and finish at 6 o'clock. Let the people arrive half an hour earlier. So arrival of the guests is from 9:30 to 10. You cannot be for all the people at 10 o'clock. If they arrive 8 people at 10 o'clock, there will be no time for you to see them, to tell them to how the day is going on, to give them their badges. So you have to be prepared. They have to be there a little bit earlier. So then, for example, from 10 to 10:30, depending on how many people you have, you introduce the plan, the guests, the breaks, the content. You build maybe teams, depending on the number of participants. You give them name tags. This is important if you say we start at 10, that you have some time, let's say half an hour or 3/4 of an hour, to prepare the seminar before you start teaching. Then maybe half an hour, you give basic knowledge of the new treatment, how it works, what is special, for whom is it interesting, indications and maybe contraindications. And then you have a presentation of the treatments, basics or specials. Then you can say this is part number 1 of this education, this is part number 2, or this is part number 3. But this is only a sample. You can already start with a seminar then. It depends on who's the teacher, what is the topic. This is just please a sample of a simple seminar. So now then you offer a lunch break. After the lunch break, you have training under guidance, or maybe already the second part, training under guidance. So show them what you do, why you do. Then you need a break for tea or coffee or cigarette smokers. Then you have short reviews, questions, explanations. Give the people time to ask what they don't know. Maybe you have some shy people. They don't like to ask because they maybe you think they're stupid, or the group thinks they're absolute beginners and they're not here for the right time. Give the people room and space and to ask their questions. Then another training, maybe another break, another training and repetition. And after that, don't forget to make a review of the day. If you don't have a review of the day, you don't know what, maybe in a second day, in a 2-day seminar, you forgot, yeah. Or maybe you have an idea about what you have to prepare for the second day. Some topics to be made a second time, to be showed a second time, or to be showed in detail. Listen to what they say. Listen to what they want to know, and listen if they were confident or not. And then overnight you have a chance to adapt. Maybe if you have only 1 day seminar, ask them in the lunch break, yeah, what they expect. That you can always make little adaptations of your schedule, but you cannot change the whole plan. So don't be a slave of your students. Don't only give them what they want, but what they need. Okay, then second day could be beginning at 10 immediately, because you already introduced the topic of this day on the last day. You have training, let's say third part or fourth part, you have a lunch break, another training, review, explanation, you have another break, training, repetition. Understand this as a yeah, for me as an example, you can do and you can make the time schedule according to your demands, to your teachers, and to your students, and to your seminar, to your topics. This is not only for a class. Deborah understands the same in case of any event. Yeah, if you have, let's say, a competition or something like that, it's always the same. Be prepared, know what you want, know what the students want, what the guests want, what you have to prepare, how many people will be there, and don't forget to instruct the staff. So this is a schedule for a class, but this can also be used in all the seminar, all this, what I tell you today, can be used to prepare for other events as well. So this is a sample for an invitation. Jeppe asked me to do so. Dear Mr. or Mrs. or dear group, we would like to invite you for the following class. We offer, for example, masterclass in deep tissue massage, advanced and beginners with Grigoris Wolters. You can say Grigoris Wolters is educated teacher and this and that. He's EMI, a basic teacher, and so on and so on, if you need to. But there is no use if nobody asks. It is important. Who is it? Date and time. So we offer a seminar on 7th and 8th of April. I think it will be from 10 in the morning until 6 p.m. in the evening. The location, the seminar, the class will take place in Casa del Silencio. Give the address. How long will it take? The seminar will be held for 2 days, 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. every day. The class is for. This class can be booked from massage beginners and advanced therapists. So that for everybody is clear, is it for me or is it not for me? If there is, it's only for beginners, I think it might be boring for advanced therapists and the other way around. So this is just an example. Don't take me for granted. Costs for participants. This seminar will cost €449 per person for 2 days. If you are IMI members, for example, you get 5% rebate. Or if you are IMA teacher already. This is not, don't get me wrong. This is not with Jeppe. I didn't talk to him before. It's just an example for special rebates for special therapists or for teachers or something like that. Entry requirements. There are no special entry requirements. Please let us know information about your education, when, what, if you're a teacher or if you're a student, on the entry form. So give them a place to explain who they are and when they did their first massage experience. If they're completely newbies, give them space to show it to you, so that you have an idea about who's participating. So then what you have to bring, please bring comfortable clothes, pillow, pen, paper. You can book your accommodation with Hilton Hotel in Mainz, Mainzer Landstraße. Then you offer the address, you offer maybe email, or you offer maybe telephone number. This is my idea how to do it, because otherwise, if you if you do that thing like I did for the last big event we were with Casa del Silencio, you have a really, really, really lot of work to book for the people. When will they arrive? Where will they arrive? Will they be alone? Will there be 2 persons, 3 persons? How long will they stay? And if you have 10 participants, you will somehow, if you don't have staff for that, you will lose the red line, okay? My opinion is give them a chance to book accommodation themselves. Then please note the latest day of application, as I told you before, is here the 31st of March 2021, and send enclosed application form to Petra Wolters, email address petravolters@casadelsilencio.de. I think this is a good sample for an invitation. This is for, you can use it for everything. I think there's everything inside. And you can, of course, adapt to your own requirements. So if you tell them be early, come early, or come 1 day before, and we will have a dinner together, or whatever, you can use this and put it to your demands. Just change it to your demands. I think that's it. Your recipe to success. To have a successful seminar with IMA, with WML, with Casa del Silencio, and whoever is in the education for the massage basic teacher, maybe, Jeppe.
Yes, could you please stop sharing your screen?
Yes, I can. So
there you are. Thank you, Petra. I was quiet the whole time because I know you have a lot on your mind and you can share a great deal of knowledge, and you were very specific. We learned especially something about that preparation is half the battle, is half the way. So the more prepared you are, the better, really. And you told us something about a checklist we need, and handle out responsibilities to others also. And you showed us a very good example of how a workshop or a seminar could be, a good program, when to have breaks, how to start, how to follow up. And I completely I'm agreeing with you with so many things. So this is also why I didn't interrupt you.
I was a little bit, I think, okay, don't say anything. It must be okay in a way.
Yeah, but it is, of course. And so I would like to thank you for sharing your knowledge, really, in how to structure a good seminar. Thank you, Petra.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jeppe Tingbjerg. I am the CEO and the founder of the International Massage Association called IMA. I'm also a massage school owner, a massage teacher, and a massage judge educator. My class at the International Teacher Advanced course is about how to evaluate the students' pre-framing, the palpation, their choice of method, and how the students finish the treatment. I will also challenge you in how to make a good therapist better and how to become a great teacher yourself. I look forward to meeting you at the online International Teacher Advanced course.
thank you for listening. Please help the International Massage Association to inspire therapists, teachers, school and spa owners, and equipment suppliers by sharing this podcast. Please also invite the same people to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.